Topic: Why stories rewrite our brains. The narrative code from campfires to cinema screens, from ancient myths to Instagram reels. Humans have always been drawn to stories. But have you ever wondered why? Why do stories grab us, move us, and stay with us long after the facts have faded? The answer lies in something extraordinary. Stories don't just entertain us, they rewrite our brains. This is what I call the narrative code. Think about it. When you hear a story, your brain doesn't sit back like a passive listener. It lights up. Neuroscience shows that stories trigger multiple areas of the brain. Not just language centers, but regions tied to emotion, memory, even motor activity. If a character runs, your brain mirrors that action. If they feel joy, your brain releases dopamine. If they suffer loss, your brain produces cortisol. In other words, a story doesn't just tell you what happened. It transports you inside the experience. This is why a powerful film can make you cry, why a novel can inspire you to change your life, why a simple parable can echo in your mind for years. Facts inform us, stories transform us. But here's where the narrative code becomes even more powerful. It's not just the stories we consume, it's the stories we tell ourselves. Every single one of us is walking around with an internal narrative. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. Or maybe, I can overcome anything. These aren't just thoughts, they're scripts, and they shape how we act, how we see ourselves, and ultimately the lives we create. Psychologists have found that when we shift our internal story, our behavior changes too. A student who once believed I'm bad at math can rewrite the narrative to I'm learning, I'm growing, and suddenly their performance improves. Survivors of trauma who reframe their story from I'm broken to I'm resilient experience profound healing. This is why stories are so much more than entertainment. They are the operating system of the human brain. So how do we harness the narrative code for ourselves? Step 1. Become aware of your story. Listen to the words you repeat about yourself and your life. Are they empowering or limiting? Step 2. Challenge the old script. Just because a story was handed to you doesn't mean you have to keep living it. You can edit, revise, even tear out entire chapters. Step 3. Rewrite with intention. Craft a story that reflects the person you want to become, not just the person you've been. Fill it with possibility, resilience, and vision. Because here's the truth. The brain doesn't know the difference between the stories you imagine and the reality you experience. With time and repetition, your brain begins to believe the new story, and then it starts to act on it. So the next time you hear a story that moves you, remember, it's not just entertainment. It's a mirror. It's a map. It's proof of the hidden code inside you. And when you learn to master that code, you don't just change your mind, you change your life. So let me ask you this. What's the story you've been telling yourself? And what's the story you're ready to write instead? Because in the end, stories don't just describe who we are, they decide who we become.